Greetings, YouTube. What you're about to watch is a thing of beauty. It is a 3-star She-Hulk submitted from Mr. CButler 88, taking on the final Cavalier boss for the monthly event quest. That's right, that immortal, soon to be not immortal, Abomination. We actually have had a debate on my channel recently. Who would you rather have pop out of your sink, Immortal Abomination or Mojo? I still actually vote for Mojo because if I see that like a human is trapped inside an animal, I'm just heart attack, dead. I'm gone. I can't even run. I'm frozen. So what he has done to get this into the 5-minute or less duration is sped up the clip. And so this is going to look like a pretty almost psyched out video. But you can see that he has already started the process of using She-Hulk to her utmost ability. And the nice thing about fighting this guy is he has a really easy special one to bait as long as you keep your distance enough. And so you don't have to worry about taking any block damage on a projectile, for example. And that helps you survive as, say, a 3-star because your health pool is so small that you don't have a lot of room for error on this. And so, yes, it is just building up. And I got to say that the intercepts that he has with She-Hulk are pretty dang impressive, too. I am not the best interceptor, and I certainly can't relate to perfect intercept skills all the time in this game. But you're seeing them. You really are. And what's also impressive is that his She-Hulk, because of the weakness, has already gotten back up with the health that he has lost with her, and you can see when he backs up, he gets 23 regen per tick, and that allows him to mitigate any of that block damage that he takes from when he parries against Immortal Abomination. And so at this point now, it's just rinsing and repeating. It's really interesting. Like if you have willpower active and you're fighting this champion, you're almost incentivized to hit into the block because you want that weakness debuff to trigger regen. So this could actually turn into a like a free health potion for you if Kabam in the future puts this guy on your path in, say, Alliance Quest or even Alliance War. I don't know how good of a defender he would be, though. Probably not very good. Unless you have, well, I take that back. I mean, obviously, if you have somebody who is going to not be poison immune, you're not going to do very well. So this is definitely a version of Abomination that can have the defensive utility and appeal as the OG Abomination. But usually when I think about good defenders in war, I also think about people who have just really tricky specials. And this guy, if you do have a poison immune defender like you see with She-Hulk, it's just a very straightforward fight. So just make sure you don't get him to that special 2, and then rinse and repeat. And you can see She-Hulk now has 26 Furies. Make that 27. And that is really allowing this 3-star to start hitting at least like a 4-star, and by the end of it, a 5 or even a 6-star. Now at 29 Furies. Just in the nick of time, right? Nicholas Fury, that is. And the 29 is kind of where the cap is, right? So this is where we're just now expecting her to peak, but just kidding, 32. I spoke too soon, up to 33. I forgot when they rebalanced her what they ended up making that peak as. It's been so long since I've used She-Hulk in a long fight. I think I've only done it like twice. Well, up to 35 now, and now the 3-star's hitting like a 5-star with the crits at least. Because you can see 3,600, building that exhaustion, 39 Furies now. Wow. And we're at 40. A lot of yellow numbers. Almost feels like when you're starting to build a Bagon. And what I also love is that She-Hulk is almost back to 100% health. So this is a 276 hit fight in which he has lost virtually no health. This is always where you get really nervous because you're so close to one-shotting and you've had just about a perfect fight, but you know any kind of easy dumb mistake can screw you up. Or this is also the time, at least for me, where Kabam decides to crash my phone, and I end up losing the fight. Anyway, 296 hits, one received, I guess. And that is just a really impressive fight. So thank you again, Mr. CButler, for showing us how a 3-star can take down Immortal Abomination this month. I appreciate She-Hulk's potential. She is certainly way better than she used to be when I would just call her Fiona Shrek.